working with a professional here!
Oh, fuck.
You could run 85 instances of Tomb Raider 2 is a rough translation of an out-of-context joke which Expander told me recently. That joke got me thinking, how many instances could I realistically run on my PC before it starts crawling like a snail on meth? Well, it's going to be stupid, but let's find out anyway. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, this is STRIX, and before we dive headfirst into this utterly unrealistic scenario, which you should never really encounter in real life or in your imaginary life in front of a computer screen, let's go over a bit of context data. Firstly, I shall be using Wine with DXVK and DG Voodoo 2, forcing the game into 3440 by 1440 resolution with 8x anti-aliasing in order to accomplish this on Linux, as it seemed like the easiest approach. Might do something similarly stupid on a Windows at a later date. Secondly, I did not have Tomb Raider 2 set up properly, so I used Tomb Raider 3 instead, which runs on the same game engine and performs pretty much identically to its predecessor. Then, older Tomb Raider games have their FPS capped at 30, so we shall be looking for the point where it starts dipping below it. And the system that I have computes the compute on a Ryzen 3700X mated with an RX 6800 XT. Also, as I'm using CPU encoding for this recording through OBS, the results that you will be seeing are not what I got without the recording being active, but no worries, I shall provide the actual results to you as well. So, with all that's out of the way, are you ready? 'Cause I sure am. Let's begin. So there's a lot of slowdown in the video, which is understandable as the CPU gets, well, a bit of a load to say the least, and just like the girl in the video with the black couch. But the Mango HUD still reports a steady 30 FPS, and I can assure you that it reports it correctly. The game is still perfectly playable at the reported 30 FPS. Alright, 20 instances of Tomb Raider 3 and now we're finally dipping under the 30 FPS cap. I can say that without the OBS recording the screen, the breaking point was reached at 21 instances of Tomb Raider 3. But what happens when we launch them all at once? Well, we get to enjoy the amazing Dolby Atmos experience blasting from 21 different instances of Tomb Raider. And as a small bonus, we can also see and hear what 21 instances of Lara jumping looks and sounds like. Kind of. Anyways, it remains unclear what the whole point of this video was. Science? But as for now, you now know how many instances of Tomb Raider 3 you could expect to run at the same time on a system with a Ryzen 3700X and an RX 6800 XT without the FPS dipping below 30. What will you do with this forbidden knowledge? God only knows, but I would like to thank you very much for watching and may you have a happy rest of your day. Bye bye.